Just a robot.
I was at home enjoying myself when all of a sudden someone told me to do a commentary on this video. Let's get this over with.
The controversy around reaction channels hasn't ended after the Fine brothers. In fact, it's just getting started.
Not really. People were talking about how much they hate reaction channels way before the Fine Bros pulled their little stunt. He did a video about the reaction community before, but last time he talked about Jinx.
I'm going to show as little of Grade A's video as possible, but when I do show it, it's because I'm responding directly to his point, so I'm essentially quoting him by letting him speak for himself, rather than paraphrasing it and representing what he said in a way that might not be entirely accurate.
Wow, that's actually really polite. Good job. Her video is very long, so I'm only going to talk about a few key points.
Why is it not seen as shitty when reaction channels steal people's entire videos on YouTube?
That would be because of fair use, and depending on how the videos are used, it determines whether or not it is actually theft of copyrighted content.
They're not exactly protected under fair use law. They use the entire video. The only thing that could be worse would be downloading the video and uploading the video in its entirety without putting your face in the corner.
We've all seen, thanks to the Farm Brothers, reaction channels are the scum of YouTube.
Okay, just because the Fine brothers made a mistake doesn't mean that all reaction channels are horrible.
While I do agree that the Fine Bros don't represent the reaction community as a whole, reaction channels are the scum of YouTube. There is absolutely nothing lower.
In fact, before this whole Fine brothers fiasco, everybody pointed to the Fine brothers as the pinnacle of what reaction channels should be.
Yes, but things change. People used to really like Bill Cosby, but after all the rape accusations, he certainly has a lot less fans now.
You are saying that reaction channels are the scum of YouTube as if that's a fact. Who are you to decide? Now, I don't mean this as a personal jab, but I'm going to use your work as an example. There are animators out there who would say that your work is the scum of YouTube and you don't put as much time into your drawings and your style as animators with higher production value. They would say that your content takes less effort to produce, just like reaction channels take less effort to produce. Now, don't get me wrong, I freaking love the videos on your channel, but do you see where I'm coming from?
Oh god, she's using the same argument Rashay the Reactor did. Let me explain to you how stupid this argument is. Let's say there are two people. One can do a backflip, and the other can't. The one who can do a backflip brags about how he can do a backflip. And the other one says, you can't brag about doing a backflip because there are people who can do triple backflips. Do you see how stupid that sounds? Also, what do you think an animator hates more? GradeAUnderA? Or people using their content without their permission? Seriously, name one animator who doesn't like GradeAUnderA.
The biggest problem with these new reaction channels is that they're not going out of their way to ask permission from the uploader of the original video if they have permission to react.
Under fair use, you don't need permission. In fact, let me show you a source for this. Now, there are some factors that go into this, including the entire length of the video used, but if you are using a video to support something that you are saying, as in for criticism or for news reporting, you do not have to get permission.
The thing is, they're not providing criticism or news reporting. Why don't they try to react to an episode of Game of Thrones? Just watch how fast that gets taken down.
Now, to his credit, it is always best to seek permission. However, let's take this video as an example. I already know that GradeAUnderA doesn't like to give permission to have his videos used. On top of that, I'm reporting this as news because this whole thing just happened about an hour ago, so I have to get this video out by a certain time to where I don't have time to wait for permission. Plus, I'm giving criticism in this video for which there's a chance he wouldn't give permission if he knew what this video was going to say. And that is exactly why fair use protects criticism. Now, reactors are generally giving criticism or commentary on a video.
GradeAUnderA doesn't like his content being used in its fullest. You're not using his entire video. The comparison you made doesn't work.
Later in this video, Grade A is going to discuss how for a specific video he has in mind, only 7 words of commentary or criticism were given. And does that really count as commentary? Tyrone Magnus, who will be coming up later in the video, his defense to this is saying that 90% of all communication is nonverbal, so he's still giving commentary by a silent reaction via his body language.
Bullshit. Complete bullshit. So what you're saying is, no matter what they do, it counts. If they talk, it counts. If they do nothing, it counts. The way you say it, it sounds like doing nothing is even better. So the less work they do, the better it is. Bullshit. And this whole thing about the 90% of communication being nonverbal thing really pisses me off. The communication I do on this channel is purely verbal. So where are you getting this 90% of communication is nonverbal nonsense?
Reaction channels always say that they make no money, right?
I don't get that much money from reactions. What do people not understand?
The biggest issue you guys have is how successful we are and how little effort we are to get to that success. You should actually applaud us for that. You should be like, congratulations, man. All you do is just react to videos and you make this much money? Like...
So if reaction videos make no money, then why is this guy boasting about how much money he makes reacting?
Okay, first of all, fair point. He just made reactors look pretty terrible and full of hubris.
Wow, Rashad. Not even other reactors like you.
Anytime there is a loophole, people are going to take advantage of it, which is why the system needs to be fixed. And frankly, finding a way this foolproof to be able to take advantage of YouTube's algorithms is brilliant.
How is it foolproof? So many people are calling them out on it. She goes on to talk about the money system on YouTube. I don't know enough about the subject to talk about it, but her quote-unquote evidence is just one example, and it's that her reaction channel didn't make that much money.
Agreed! Reactors put a lot of effort into their videos. Yep. No, you're right.
Now that's debatable. And before you're too shocked at me saying that, let me explain why. What does constitute a reaction exactly? So do you have to be talking or emoting to react? Or does the lack of a reaction actually indicate your level of engagement with the content you're watching and therefore constitute a reaction itself?
He wasn't trying to say what counts as a reaction and what doesn't. He's saying they put little to no effort in.
He literally said 7 words in 16 minutes.
In all fairness, that is pretty egregious.
To be fair, the girl is at least being fair, or at least trying to, which is sadly more than I can say for everybody else I've talked about on my videos.
Even if someone's facial expression is blank for a moment or two, or longer, that shows you that at that moment they're not amused.
That's an argument to be made. If communication is nonverbal, does it still make a point?
Well, here's what you do. You edit out the long pauses. Not that hard.
Because if it doesn't, then this satire video from Jack's Films of Jack reacting to Jinx reacting to Jack isn't fair use, even if it's satire. Because is what he did transformative if he didn't use words to do it? Now, I would argue that Jack's video clearly is satire and he's making a point specifically by not speaking and by staring blankly at the screen the way he says that Jinx does. But if that's okay, why is it okay when Jack does it, but not okay when Tyrone does it?
There's just so much wrong with that statement, I don't know where to begin. With reactors, people are not watching the reactor. They're watching the good content in the corner. With Jack, they're watching him. The content in the corner is, well, doing nothing, and the content in the corner of the corner is too small to make out. Also, Jinx is reacting to his content already. So he's just stealing from a thief, and I don't see anything wrong with that.
Do you know how much I made off that video? Not $1 fucking. Because YouTube's third-party claim system is fucking horseshit.
Now, Grade goes on to say that he made $0 off of his video because of YouTube's content claim system, and that his video was claimed by somebody else, yet he's saying that Tyrone made money off of his video, and that's wrong. Well, there's a logical fallacy there. If Grade's video got caught for some copyrighted content, then why wouldn't have Tyrone's gotten flagged for the same thing?
Because YouTube's third-party claim system is horseshit. Did you not hear what he said?
So not only is it copyright infringement, but it's some seriously shady, predatory shit. It's an illegal, get-rich-quick, fuck others over so I can steal from them style of video.
You can't just say it's illegal. And in fact, you may be slandering Tyrone by accusing him of illegal acts. If you truly felt it was illegal, what you needed to do was file a DMCA takedown notice. And if Tyrone sent a counter notification, you would need to go to court to defend what you're saying, that what he's doing is illegal. You would start a lawsuit.
It's illegal in the same way downloading music off the internet is illegal. It's not really a big enough deal to go to court about.
YouTube does nothing about channels that routinely steal videos like this. YouTube doesn't give a fuck.
That's because YouTube legally can't.
I'm pretty sure they can. YouTube can randomly take down a big YouTube channel for absolutely no reason. So imagine what they can do if they had a reason.
In fact, as you just said yourself earlier in this video, YouTube's Content ID claim system can actually be abused to take money from channels who should be earning it, like yours. So on one hand, you're saying YouTube should do more, but when YouTube does more, you're saying that they're doing it wrong.
GradeAUnderA is saying he wants YouTube to do it to the channels that are doing something wrong, not the channels that are not doing anything wrong. In the same way an innocent man would like the police to do more, but they want police to do more of the good stuff, not the wrong stuff.
So I go and put my third-party claim in, right? So now I'm the one earning money from it. So after my third-party claim is in, and Tyrone is no longer the one earning money from my video, guess what he does? The video that I made that is now earning me money, he deletes it. As far as Tyrone Magnus is concerned, if he can't benefit from my hard work, then nor will I.
I'm going to come back to this insult in just a minute. But to address what Grade A just said, there's apparently no winning with him. He's mad when the video is up. He's mad when it's taken down.
Oh my god. He's mad when the video is up. True. However, he is mad because once it started making him money, it got deleted.
He says the Content ID claim system is broken, but then he tries to use it himself.
Yes, he said it was broken, not unusable. For example, your logic is broken, but you're still using it.
And while it's probably educated speculation that Tyrone took down the video because it would no longer benefit him, it still hurts him to take down the video.
He has several thousand videos. I'm sure removing one won't bother him.
Okay, first of all, Tyrone has some pretty nice things to say about me.
Which is everything that he's doing. I'm not slinging no mud at him at all. Oh my god, he's such a low-level intelligence person. He's a faceless coward. You're a horrible person. I mean, truly, you are the scum of the earth.
Okay, if you're going to call out Tyrone for insulting you, how are you going to neglect mentioning the fact that you ripped him a new one?
His problem isn't that Tyrone insulted him. His problem is that Tyrone said he wasn't going to fling any mud his way, and then he did, making him a liar.
That reaction channels will be breaking copyright law, as showing the entire video as opposed to little snippets here and there completely goes against the fair use policy.
That is not true. As I mentioned before, fair use exists specifically so that people don't need permission in certain cases.
Correct. In certain cases. This is one of those cases that doesn't work. They're showing the entire unedited video.
The third condition is raped by reaction channels because they show the entire copyrighted video. You can't get more substantial than that.
That's a problem too. You're focusing on the entire video, which is the most egregious case. However, what defines how much of a video you can use? What if you just trim 1 frame off the video? What if you trim 1 second, 10 seconds, 10 minutes? Where do you draw the line?
I do see the point you're trying to make, but reaction channels don't even come anywhere near that line. They're using the entire video. They're as far away from the line as they can possibly be. So that's where she stops commenting on GradeAUnderA's video. I think the worst part was when she kept on asking for GradeAUnderA to go to court.
At the end of the day, only a court can decide.
It's just YouTube. Going to court about this would be a waste of money. Also, she kept on asking GradeAUnderA to show proof of something that he can't get.
It would be interesting if Tyrone would step forward and show proof of how much money he made off that video. Now that said, Tyrone still has the right to his privacy, so he doesn't have to disclose this if he doesn't want to.
The video that Tyrone made using my stolen video absolutely, undeniably made hundreds of dollars.
That's not true. Where's the proof?
Well, if Tyrone gets to have his privacy, then how can GradeAUnderA prove it? I think the fact that Tyrone won't show it is proof enough. But I think Becky Boop's biggest problem was she kept taking everything GradeAUnderA said out of context. I understand that GradeAUnderA is not the most clear individual, but at times it really felt like you were mistranslating what he said on purpose. If you want to see Becky Boop's entire video, link will be down below. I highly recommend watching it because I edited out most of it, mainly because it was so long. I don't normally say this, but please do not attack her. She doesn't seem like an asshole. I think she just misunderstood GradeAUnderA. One more little point I want to make is that in this video, you wore a jacket, but in a lot of your other videos, you, well...
And keep the camera pointed at their boobs.